Remember how a big deal the launch of App Store in 2007 was? It started a whole new wave of tech industry, tech startups and apps that made millions overnight. The whole industry was created, which is worth more than $100 billion now. Now, we have a new thing, the GPT Store that came out on 7th of January in 2024, that is probably gonna revolutionize the way we work and the way we use the GPTs. But strangely, it has already been more than a month, and nothing big seemingly happened. In this video, we're going to dig into how you can benefit from GPT Store and how you can create your first GPT bot today and start earning cash right from it. Also, we're gonna dive in, if you're a developer, how you can make even more money out of GPT and what is probably gonna stick in GPT Store and keep earning money in the future. I think that GPT Store can probably revolutionize the world of business and tech and probably give a big battle to App Store. So let's dive into it. Hi, my name is Klim, and if you're new here, in this channel I share evidence-based approaches on improving your life, on growing your understanding of the future and latest things in tech industry. As I said, it has been already more than a month of GPT Store being introduced, and people have already figured out some of the things and what and who can bring real value on the platform and get people to pay dollars. You might think, why would anyone pay additional dollars for a ChatGPT bot that is just basically a GPT wrapper? There's nothing new, nothing exciting about it. Why would anyone pay? But there is a big answer to it. As you can see in this photo, there is a big secret to making GPT work 100x better. Most users just give stupid questions, and not so stupid but very badly worded and without actual context to the GPT. They don't know how to use it, and that's in most of the cases true. So in order to maximize the work that GPT is doing and maximize the abilities of it, GPT Store exists for use cases where GPT can be primed to do the best work it can and show its actual potential 100x the normal user's input and output. So if only the prompt can change the GPT's behavior and what it can do, why can't you do the same? So ChatGPT has already 100 million daily active users. That's incredible. Can you benefit from it? Well, let's look at calculations. If you actually make only 1% of the user base spend $1 on your product monthly, you're gonna earn $12 million annually. And that's in profits because you're not paying GPT, ChatGPT or OpenAI anything. The most important point is here, this is a very hyped technology. And instead of buying shovels, you're selling shovels, which is the smartest way to go in the gold rush or any rush in general. Well, you might say, why does this have anything to do with me? I have missed all the revolutions and I don't know how to code. Well, don't worry. Creating a GPT and creating an extension, GPT Store, doesn't really require you to know how to code. And in most cases, the best performing GPTs right now, like these ones, don't actually have any code to begin with. They are just the prompt and very smartly written prompt for specific niche and industry. Let's see how you can make a GPT. First of all, you go to ChatGPT, you make sure you have a subscription, you go into GPT info, you go to GPT interface, you prime the GPT with conversation starter. This is basically the way you prime and do the priming of the prompt for the GPT, which improves the capabilities of it generally. You may be also able to give some files to it in order to improve its work even further. For example, if you're doing a legal GPT that is specializing on the legal documents, you can give it some, I don't know, codexes and old files to read, and also reference. That is a good way for GPT to work better and to understand files. But the most important thing, without even worrying about the files or anything else, is to create something useful. Something that the users want or need. Also, try to think about your advantages. Like in any other business, maybe you have a niche or understanding, or somehow you have a connection to a specific industry where you can talk about your GPT, say things that other people won't either say or won't hear, and try to talk with your customers directly. You know who are the people who are creating GPT for, right? If, for example, like I said, in the legal industry, maybe you have your colleagues. Try to make them use the GPT, see if they like it, if they don't. What are their options, and try to improve your product like any other business. But the thing is that to start, It's super simple. I'm so excited at GPT and GPT Store because before, in order to innovate and create a great product, you had to either know how to code, have capital, have some managing skills. But now, anyone with a good ability can just create a great GPT. That's why I'm so excited to keep on exploring GPT Store, keep on exploring what people have to offer, and just see what maybe can be profitable there as well. But let's go into a section where we talk if you're a developer, what you can do. So if you're a developer, you can actually use actions, which is a specific way for GPT to access an API which you built either through Swagger or OpenAI documentation that OpenAI can understand and GPT can understand and use. For example, you want your user to know the weather right now in the moment where they asked it. For example, they want to know the weather in Toronto. No problem. You basically hook it up to your API that checks the weather or gives the weather of the current queried location. And that way, now the user who uses your GPT in GPT Store, right, maybe even paid, can know the weather that you want them to know. Or, for example, you are doing a GPT that analyzes stock market. You hook it up to some API that basically knows the stock market right now and knows the prices, and maybe can even buy, sell, or put stop losses for you. And use the GPT as an interface to know the news about the company, to put the pre-order, the buy order, or for example, just to check, what is the price of this today? What is the price of that a year ago? What do you think, GPT, will happen to this company? It's a great way to brainstorm and get new ideas about investing and other things as well. So, what does this mean for you as a developer? You can build these APIs. You can make the APIs functionable. And in my opinion, no matter how the GPTs evolve or what GPTs are, if you build a good API that can be accessed with ChatGPT, it will be valuable no matter what. Because the barriers to entry are not in creating a GPT. Like I said, anyone could do it, but in actually creating the API, the hard tech, in order to use the GPT with your twist to it, that can be beneficial to an end user. That is the most important and the most valuable thing for everyone else. For example, you can probably hook it up to your entertainment center in the home, and maybe you can even talk to your GPT and say, I want to put this movie on or this movie on, what do you think, which one is better? And then the GPT itself through the API can put this actual movie on for you to enjoy, which is probably people would be willing to pay for. So here, as a bonus, I give you 3 ideas that you might even be able to make right now in order to make profit of the GPT platform. So first thing is stock image finder and comparing to DALL-E generation. So as you know, people spend a lot of time looking for stock photos and also to choosing which one is better. So maybe you can do a stock photo finder with DALL-E or Midjourney or Stable Diffusion generating the same query for the image and comparing what is better, to pay $2 for this image in stock or maybe creating a DALL-E or Midjourney or Stable Diffusion version of the same thing. Maybe even you can do something, I don't know if it's good manners, but taking the stock photo and redoing it in Stable Diffusion or Midjourney to make yourself a free photo of a stock image. You can use Shutterstock or Upstash API in order to connect to it. The same thing for stock video and music finder. It's so hard to find and maybe even apply a good video and a good sound to it. So maybe you can generate this or just have a search box in API where you find all the possible stock video platforms and give the best results. The third one, which is a little bit wild because I couldn't find the pricing of Amazon and everything else fully available as an API. But for example, I want to buy a phone. I want to know what's the best prices. I want to know where can I buy it with the biggest warranty. So I can probably ask the API or ChatGPT with my API of, okay, I want to buy a phone where I can do it. Not only you will be earning money for providing great service on saving people money on purchases, but you can also earn referrals from this app, and which can also generate substantial amount of money. So there is a two-way business there already. So I hope these 3 tips can help you generate some ideas and generate some GPTs for you to explore and just learn more about the world of GPTs and GPT Store, that probably you can come back and say, I earned a couple of millions from your ideas already, I hope. So it's a great new industry that we're all in. and hopefully you can take advantage of it. So subscribe, like, and let me know if you used any of the ideas and how it did. And I will see you soon in more videos about something similar, or economics, or productivity, or other tech that we can explore together and get better in life. Thank you.